So we know that Trevor Lawrence is going to be number 1 to the Jaguars unless something happens that stuns us. Zach Wilson, number 2 to the Jets unless something happens that stuns us. We then lock on to the 49ers at number 3. Many believe, Chris, including you, that it's going to be Mac Jones, the Alabama quarterback.
Right.
Interesting exchange yesterday between Alabama coach Nick Saban and Dan Patrick on the level of communication or not that he's had with the 49ers about Mac Jones. Here's the question from Dan and Saban's answer.
What did you tell Kyle Shanahan about Mac Jones?
He didn't ask me a thing. I said hi to him. John Lynch, too. They did not ask me a thing about him. They didn't ask me a thing.
Wow.
Maybe they thought they weren't allowed to because, out there on the pro day floor, which is where I saw them, I think that they I don't know all their rules, but I think their rule is they're not really allowed to talk to me.
I've never heard that before. We saw the picture of Urban Meyer standing next to Dabo Swinney at Trevor Lawrence's pro day. I don't know what kind of I'm not going to be the Alabama coach game Saban's playing there, but
No, I know.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he thought there was some protocol, but I've never heard of that either. I'm with you.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
He talked to him there. He talked to him after. And remember one of the things Saban said in the past?
Yeah.
These guys don't talk to me. Belichick's the only one who talks to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
presumably Kyle, and I know that for some of these guys, it's like going to see the Wizard of Oz, and you're the Cowardly Lion, and you really don't want to go approach Nick Saban because of what he's accomplished and because of his demeanor and his personality. But for something like this, you better check that box, especially when you have the invitation. The statement that Saban made in the past is an invitation to any NFL coach to call him up and find out about his players.
Yeah, no, I mean, agreed. I don't think Shanahan's like intimidated that way. I mean, listen, he grew up with Mike Shanahan, who's also a legend. So I don't think it's about that. I do think, and we kind of heard this, last week, I think, early last week, Shanahan's private with this stuff. He keeps it close to the vest. There's a reason you talked about, you want him in the card when you play poker. You don't know his tells. He's I think probably more than anything just afraid to share thoughts and things because he doesn't want to give anybody a tell at this point of where he's going and all of that. But, I will say this, Shanahan, like a Belichick, he doesn't think he's right about everything. He does not. One of the reasons I think he's great offensive play caller is because he's always looking for more, another idea. Who can I steal from? What can I do? I don't know everything. Teach me a new way to do this. What? Oh, okay. That's what the great coaches do. I think when it comes time to where, okay, Shanahan feels like he's got all his ducks in a row, he'll call a Nick Saban if he's got his eye really on Mac Jones and he wants to make him the number 3 pick, and he'll pick his brains and do that. But we heard Shanahan last week say one of the reasons he doesn't want to go to those pro days, really, is because he doesn't want people to know where he's leaning, as far as his picks and the draft and everything like that. So I think that conversation will happen at some point.
And at this point, as Shanahan acknowledged last week, it doesn't matter. They are where they are.
Right.
They're taking a quarterback,
Right.
and they're going to get Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, or whoever the third guy is that made them comfortable enough to go up that far.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.